And we're live.
Yeah, did you guys ever used to do, I mean, maybe Trevor, you did, but like 4chan and some of the other places would have like the manufacturer's coupons for like Monster Energy or Red Bull or whatever. And so basically it would be a manufacturer's coupon from the factory where like, hey, I bought a pallet of Monster, all the cans are busted, I need you to give me a comp whatever. And so you could go in, scan it. The catch was that it would only work a certain number of times before Monster headquarters are like, why are we getting billed for this shit? So maybe 4 out of 5 times it would work. And that's how I got my early supply of energy drinks. I just come home with a 4-pack of Monster. My mom's like, why are you spending money? I was like, I didn't. I got a coupon. A couple times it stopped working. The guy was like, so this is a manufacturer's coupon. Like, how'd you get it? And I was like, oh, my mom bought the case and it didn't work. Yeah, you have to stop going to the store. But like for a little bit, it was a really nice one. It worked out really well.
I had a scam I was running through a delivery service that I won't name for obvious reasons for a while, where like they had a restaurant listed on the delivery service that didn't exist. I don't know how to explain it. They didn't exist here.
So you'd get the refund.
So you get the refund every time. Plus like credits. So it was like every other day I'd order $25 worth of fake food. Then I'd be like, hey, my shit never came. And they'd be like, oh, sorry about that. Here's your 25 back plus 10. And it's just like so I'm just making $5 a day for free on these people for like a year and a half. Like like every other day, like clockwork, I'd be like, oh, time to order some fake food. Like wait, we just ate. Don't worry, this ain't coming. There's no such thing as Hungry Jack's Chicken Express. There's not one. It doesn't exist. It was ridiculously free money for like a long time.
Patreon hangout told me of a related scam. They would use one of the food delivery services, and they would order a McFlurry with their meal. Now, those machines are always broken. So you would get your meal, but no McFlurry. And then you'd get it for free. And they just add a McFlurry to your meal. And 9 times out of 10, you don't get it.
Did you see that guy who made an app that would ping the McDonald's API and it ended up overloading McDonald's digital order like service because people would end up, it was like, is there a McFlurry machine working? So he would ping it, or you would put in your thing. And the way it worked, I guess it would like send a request for a McFlurry, but not submit the order. And if the machine wasn't working, you would get a response back like can't fulfill order no matter what. But you know, it went viral, so everybody's like, "Where the fuck is my McFlurry?" Crashed their whole like online ordering system. Great idea though.
Does anyone understand why the McFlurries are so unreliable? Why a company like McDonald's would have something?
Well, I didn't work for McDonald's. I worked for Chick-fil-A. And our machines did break down occasionally, like more than you would think. It could be like once a day, but it wasn't like a catastrophic, like we need the tech in here. It was like you need a clean restart. It's a pain in the ass to get those machines back working. And I'm confident that a lot of the broken machines are just machines that broke down or aren't working optimal, and nobody wants to make the effort to clean it or get it fixed and up and running because it's like you got to drain the tank, you got to clean it out, you got to see what's wrong. Like that's a lot of effort for ice cream. So they just go, it's broken.
It's weird to me that it's a meme, it's national, and it's been like a decade, and McDonald's still continues to leave it as it is.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
That is right. You're right.
When I'm trying to hit the minimum order, like if I'm ordering for someone like that, I'm like, well, I really just want a chicken sandwich. Like I don't want fries. I just want a grilled chicken sandwich right now.
And 4 McFlurries.
And 4 McFlurries. And they'll call me and they'll be like, hey, the ice cream machine's broken. I'm like, oh, dang. They're like, do you want to replace it with something else? I'm like, absolutely not. They're like, okay, we'll bring you your sandwich. And so I get a sandwich for like $3 delivered for free.
You know what? Maybe this is like a whole segment of like how I skim dollars off of megacorps while also being like fairly well off myself. like I feel like at this point it's like almost just being petty, and I like being petty from time to time.
I love being petty. Yeah, absolutely. Anytime there's a deal like that, I like to take advantage of it. Especially like remember the old the pudding lid scam from like the 90s that they made the Adam Sandler movie about, the Punch Drunk Love. I'm gonna get it a little bit wrong, but it was something where like you bought like those little puddings that you tear the top off of, those little
Right,
individual puddings, and each lid was worth like 1 air mile or something like that. But like there was a way to like buy them in bulk so that you ended up like making money at a certain point. Like if you bought enough pudding, all of a sudden you were printing money. And so this guy bought like an enormous amount, like pallets of pudding, and he was just printing money like
just
by
ripping
buying,
and licking.
just
Wait,
fucking tearing the lids off pudding, and like because each one is like an airline mile. And I don't remember, there was some sort of multiplier that like came into play as well. Maybe he had a card or something like that, and he was just printing money like millions of miles.
Okay. Did you hear about the guy who sued Pepsi because he part of
The
their
Harrier.
rewards program? Yeah, the Harrier jet stuff.
Yeah.
Same thing. That is like one of the coolest ones. I can't remember. I was looking up. It was basically a $23 million jet, but he spent $700,000 on it, and I can't remember
He
what
won
he
it?
settled for.
Yeah,
No.
But
Well, technically, he got to the level where he should have won it, but of course,
but they didn't
Pepsi
actually
Corp,
have it.
well, Pepsi Corp doesn't have a Harrier jet, so it's a military aircraft. It's a British fucking military aircraft.
Right.
It's a
You can buy
hovering
'em.
fighter jet.
People own them personally.
Harriers?
Really?
Yeah.
Wild.
There
What
was
is it?
a.
Maintenance
that.
on a fucking Harrier.
I watched a documentary on it, and this guy wanted to buy it, and they're like, "Well, not anyone can just buy it. You have to be qualified, et cetera, et cetera." And he lays out all the other planes he's flown, how he can afford it, and the whole 9 yards. And they're like, "Well, shit, you're the guy." And he
You're the
bought a
guy.
Harrier. Yeah,
What a
like he had
badass.
flown them before. I think like he was the guy.
Yeah, that's that in particular. Like I don't know a lot about aviation, but that would seem to me to be one of the more expensive planes to maintain because it's got those.
I would guess.
Because the
Thrusters that-
turbines like do
Yeah.
that thing for so it can hover.
Mhm.
Like a prop plane seems to me to be like super cheap to maintain, and then you got a jet where it's got all those and helicopters on top of that, like with all the crazy like, oh, you went 500 hours, time to spend $20,000 then or whatever. Like helicopters can be so expensive.
Yeah.
A Harrier?
We were talking about these deals. You remember that woman that won the Toyota?
Mm.
It was a radio show where she had to, I don't know, answer questions or something, and she won she thought she was going to win a Toyota. What she won was a Yoda toy.
Right.
Like
a toy
the toy
Yoda.
Yoda.
Yeah, and she sued them. And I just looked up the result because I'd never heard it before. But her attorney was quoted on saying that the amount of money the woman received would allow her to pick out any type of Toyota she wants.
No way.
Oh, she goes and get that fully loaded Supra.
Talking 100K, huh?
100K. Yeah.
Maybe her attorney
for
doesn't know
her.
the full lineup, but yeah, she got paid in the end. So that's good. Although that Toyota doll, I'm looking at it. The joke is that it's worth more than a car nowadays.
Oh, there's no way it's worth 100K though.
For the
Like
memes.
that maxed out Supra S or whatever it is stupid sick. I think it's too small for me. I looked at them and I was just
Mhm.
like, I think I'd rather have like a Saline Mustang, honestly, or something. Like a
What is that? A Saline?
yeah. Like I don't know.
I
Like
don't know
50
it.
Yeah, it's just
Is
a
it spelled with an
souped-up
S?
Mustang
It's a
GT.
special spec. SALEEN.
Yeah, it's nothing like the crazy, but like it looks better to me than this. The Supra's so small. I don't know. Like
Yeah.